In the 1990s, women were the main victims of the Taliban. They were denied education, denied jobs, and denied the right to free movement. Last year, Taliban spokesmen promised to be different. They claimed that the women would play an important role in Afghan society. 1 year later, that promise has been broken. Older girls are still not permitted in schools. The burqa has become mandatory again. But one thing has changed from the 1990s. This time, Afghan women are not giving up without a fight.
Nafisa has found a great place to hide in her books. The kitchen. Afghan men rarely venture into the kitchen. This way, she can study safely, away from the prying eyes of her Taliban brother. Nafisa is among the hundreds of Afghan girls who have been deprived of education. The Taliban says the schools for girls will open soon. But even a year after they took over Kabul, girls have not returned to the classrooms. But this has not deterred them. Secret schools have sprung up across the country. They are located in rooms of ordinary houses. They are run by teachers who fear another lost generation. Decades of turmoil have wrecked Afghanistan's education system, but women are not giving up.
My brother is a Talib. He wouldn't allow me to come here. He even tried to stop me when I was in grade 8. I used madrasa as an excuse to come here. My brother doesn't know that I come to school here. Only my mother supports me.
Nafisa and 9 others sit side by side on a carpet. They take turns reading out loud from a textbook, discussing free speech with their female teacher. To get to class, they frequently leave home hours earlier. Every day the girls take different routes. This is to avoid being noticed in the same area. If a Taliban fighter asks, the girls say they're enrolled in a tailoring workshop. They hide their books in shopping bags or under their burqa. The last time the Taliban ruled the country, it was hell for women. They banned women from working, they were not allowed to leave their homes without a male relative, and they had to wear an all-enveloping burqa. This time, it was supposed to be different, but there is no Taliban 2.0. It is the same oppressive regime that cracks down on women's rights. In less than a year, the rights of women and girls have been decimated by the Taliban. 20 years of progress wiped out in seconds. They've squeezed Afghan women out of public life, imposing restrictions on where they can work, how they can travel, and what they can wear.
The first months, I still had hope. I think I was still so naive to believe that the world is gonna do something. They are gonna save people. They are gonna help them with the horrible situation that they are stuck in now. But knowing that it's been almost 1 year and nothing has changed, but everything is getting worse day by day.
There's hardly a woman in the country who's not lost a male relative, especially in successive wars fought here. Many of their husbands, fathers, sons and brothers have all lost their jobs, but women are still barred from working. They're asked to stay at home or their incomes have been slashed.
My job was so valuable for me. I loved my job. We were so happy, but when the Taliban came, they did not allow us to go to work, saying, "Go back to your houses. We don't want women to work." We held many protests. We asked them to allow us to go to work by promising to wear hijab, but they pointed their gun at us and told us to get lost.
A few days ago, the women of Afghanistan took to streets. They demanded for bread, work and freedom. It was a rare protest by 40-odd women, but a sign of how desperate they were for jobs and security. The Taliban broke it up by firing in the air. Soon the protesters had their mobile phones seized and they were dispersed. Many are calling it a death in slow motion for Afghan women. Others call it a gender apartheid. For 2 decades, women of Afghanistan have had marginal gains. But Taliban's diktats have eroded all of their rights. It looks like Afghanistan is no longer a country for women. South Asia Bureau, WION World is One.